بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
When Sayyidina Ibrahim radiallahu ta'ala anh, the hadith reported by Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhuma, asked the angel of death to show me the form that you assume at the time of taking out the good soul and at the time of taking out the bad soul. He first asked, Arini kayfa taqbidu ruh al-mu'min. Show me the form that you assume at the time of taking out a good soul. The angel of death told Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, Isrif wajhaka anni. Turn your face away. The angel of death changed his form. When Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam looked at the angel of death, he saw a very handsome young man, beautiful of face. His face has nur, white clothes, and with a beautiful smell. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam said to the angel of death, لو لم يلقى المؤمن من السرور شيئا سوى وجهك لكفى. That if a believer is deprived of every blessings, every ni'mah, every pleasure at the time of his death, just you coming in this beautiful and very handsome form is an adequate compensation. Then Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam said, Arini kayfa taqbidu ruh al-kafir. Show me how the form that you come when you take the soul of a kafir, of a non-believer. The angel of death said, O Ibrahim, la tutiku dhalik. You will not be able to bear to see me in this form. Arini. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam insisted. The angel of death said, yet again, Isrif wajhaka anni. Turn your face away for a short while. And the angel of death changed its form. What does Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam see? He sees a man black of face. رجلاه في الأرض ورأسه في السماء. His feet are on dunya and his head is in the heaven, with the most awful of smells coming from him. Fire leaping from his nose and coming out of his mouth. His body hair are like men. His body covered with hair, and his hair are like men, each with fire coming out of his ears and come out of his nose and his mouth. His body hair are like men. His body covered with hair, and his hair are like men, each with fire coming out of his ears and come out of his nose and his mouth. When Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam saw the angel of death in this form, he could not bear it, and Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam fainted. When he came round, the angel of death had changed its form, and he said to the angel of death, لو لم يلقى الكافر سوى نظرة إلى شخصك لكفى. That if a kafir, if there is no punishment for a kafir at the time of his death, or angel of death, just your coming in this form is sufficient to cause his death.
جزاك الله